What guys? It's been pretty over 2 months since this game released, and after playing it for way too much fucking time, I can tell you with 100% certainty that thanks to the devs just not giving single fucks about this game is not a good game. I don't believe it's a good game at all. Uh, I believe it just feels right now like a cash grab, like they were just trying to steal our money and fucking dip. Just that's how it feels right now. And yeah, I'd say they did a pretty fucking good job considering how much copies this game sold. I don't like this game at all as it is right now. I don't like. I feel like it can be extremely fun, but it's most of the time just extremely frustrating. Kinda like FIFA, but FIFA is just FIFA made itself a big name in the gaming industry, so it's because it's fucking annoying. Like FIFA makes you break your controller out of anger, but when you win, it's just fun to make your controller to make your opponent break his controller. Like in this game, it's just I don't have time for this shit, man. I play a fighting game I wanna enjoy. Like this is the only reason I buy fighting game. I want to enjoy the gameplay, and this game's gameplay is not good enough. Like it's straight up not good enough. There are many issues that should have been fixed day one, and should have not even been in the game to begin with, but they are not. So number one issue I want to stress is netcode. Like this is even more important than gameplay. I'm just gonna start with system shit and then go into gameplay. First of all, let's just start with game modes. Like this game has 4 game modes pretty much. Let me just actually quit on training. I don't give a shit. I can be pretty much anywhere when I make this. It's pretty much a rant video. Let's start with game modes. I have story mode, invasions, towers, online, and local, which I don't count. So I have combat league, casual matches, story, invasions, and towers. That's it. This is the game modes I have in this game. Sounds diverse, right? And I wanted to take out the equation. Story mode is very straightforward. You play it once and then you don't play it ever again. This is story mode. Very good story, by the way, but you don't play it again after finishing it. You just don't. Towers, nobody plays this. Like, unless you want to see the characters ending, you don't play it. Invasions is a hot pile of shit. Online, terrible netcode. And yeah, what that gives you. Pretty much only play online in this game. And this game's online right now is a fucking joke. So yeah, pretty much no game modes. Invasions is just a massive fuck up. I would rather have the crypt back. Like, the Invasions is just terrible. Instead of making it like, I don't know, an RPG of sorts, we make it a free roam world or something. They already made like the bird eye view of the maps. They could have just made it like a kind of like a Ages of War. What's that game called? The strategy games where like you make yourself a kingdom and you like conquer other kingdoms, shit like that. They could have made this with like factions, like there was faction war in MKX, just more interesting or something. I don't know, or just stay with the fucking crypt because. Actually, I need to stay outside of the training mode for a bit to talk about the rest of the shit. Yeah. So yeah, the invasions is a joke. I haven't even finished the first stage because it's fucking boring. It's not fun at all to play. And yeah, you pretty much fight the CPU with annoying modifiers and annoying super armor, which is never a fun thing. Like, at least not for me. If it's fun for you, by all means play. I don't care. But if you're finding it fun, I don't know, props for tolerating it, I suppose, because it's not a very fun game mode. It's just very simple. Like. Idea, decent, fun, no. It was fun it's fun at only the beginning of the tutorial because Johnny Cage is hilarious, but after you finish that, it's just fucking boring, to be honest. Yeah. Next up, we've got to talk about online, because online is pretty much the only game mode you're actually playing in this game. And online, you can only see this. You see your connection quality and ping, you can mute your microphone, and you can mute other players. That's it, that's your online settings. There's no option to filter out Wi-Fi in this game. For some reason, so I can fight a Wi-Fi opponent with 200 ping, which is not a very enjoyable experience for me. I can be sure you feel the same. And another thing, you can't say no to matches for some fucking reason. Like, I can look for a ranked match and I can't say no. I just can't say no randomly sometimes. Like, you can't say no to matches sometimes. I don't know why, but I can find an opponent who's using Wi-Fi, 350 ping, and I'm forced to say yes or I just get a loss because I just can't say no to matches. And then I have to tolerate 10 minutes of lag. So yeah, very fun. And finally, the most important part is the netcode is a hot pile of crap. The netcode is terrible, which is an absolute disappointment. I live in a region that is pretty much inside of a camel's asshole, let's be real. Like, I live in the Middle East, which is, you know, very far away from any modern civilization that actually plays gaming. Most of gaming is like, most of the hot areas is like in the US and in Europe. And I have a bit of distance from them, but I can tell you from my experience in other fighting games, other games have much better netcodes. This game's netcode is worse than MK11 by a landslide. Like, MK11's netcode was much better, which is absolutely unbelievable because this game is like 5 years later. This game is more advanced, more budget, more everything. So it's a fucking joke. It is a fucking joke right now, the netcode of this game. Another thing is you can't actually be in practice mode while searching for matches, which is an absolute joke. And even online, you don't really have much game mode. Like, what do you have? You have spectator mode with King of the Hill, and you have online matches. That's it. Like, you don't have any other unique matches, I suppose. Like, there are other game modes you have in other games that should have been in this game. Like, why not? Like, rooms and shit like that. It's not in this game. But I don't know why, but still. Like, some game modes that were in MK11 are not in this game. They're just absolutely unbelievable to me. So, yeah, that's it about online, pretty much. Regardless of gameplay stuff right now. Another thing I want to mention before diving into gameplay stuff. It might be a pretty long video, by the way. Just giving you a heads up. Like, how many minutes is it already? 6 minutes, but it could be long because gameplay stuff, there is a bit I want to talk about. I just want to talk about this because this is absolutely annoying. And out of sheer principle, I'm not buying jack shit out of this store until they fix it. And that is the unreasonable, ridiculous pricing they give to shit on the store. 1,000 crystals in this game pretty much comes out to $10, like $10 US. In my country's currency, it's 40. 40 of my country's currency equals to pretty much exactly $10. And yeah, the way you can do it is like you can buy 1,000 by buying 2 500 packs, which each of them costing $5 each, and you can buy 1,250 for $10. So yeah, they are charging $10 for an announcer voice, $10 for an announcer voice, $10 for fucking skins. Like the Limate skin is no longer available, the Nitara skin is no longer available, but everything that has a star on it, which is exclusive to the store, you can't get it out of this shrine right here. There is this shrine, by the way. Like, if you want to buy something from the store that doesn't have a star on the top left, don't buy it because it's just in the shrine. So just don't waste your crystals and your money. So I want you to keep in mind, crystals is paid currency. You can get it in the game, but in very, very tiny amounts. So pretty much, I'm counting it as real money. Like, I'm counting as the equivalent of real money in real life. So they are charging $10 for pretty much skins. I want you to keep in mind, a playable character in this game costs $7. A playable character. Omni-Man, Havoc, Shang Tsung, they cost $7. I'm pretty sure the cameos cost even less. I'm not sure how much because I have the premium edition, so I've got the combat pack already. But regardless, they are charging for skins and announcer voices more than they are charging for characters, which is just unbelievable. So yeah, I will tell you just without going into too much detail about this, everything in this store, nothing should go over 400 crystals. Nothing. There is no reason in the world for an announcer voice or a skin, regardless of how good they are, to cost anywhere near a playable character. They shouldn't even cost the 50% of it, just out of sheer logic. Like, they are charging $10 for an announcer voice. By that, common sense says 7 announcer voices equals the entire game, because this game costs $70, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they just go understand who the fuck is the dumbass who's in charge of pricing in this goddamn game. And yeah, just a heads up, like, regardless of how cool the skins that they're releasing in the future are, I'm not buying it if the pricing is the same. I don't give a shit. I'm not buying currency in this game. Never. Like, I'm not buying anything else in this game right now. The only thing I bought is this Scorpion skin. And that was before I understood just how expensive crystals and shit are. Like, that was before I understood how much real life money it costs. So yeah, it's an absolute joke. It's absolutely unbelievable. This skin, by the way, costed, I'm pretty sure, 1,500 crystals or 1,200 crystals. Not sure how much. So $10 or above. Granted, really cool skin. I really like this skin, but no fucking way it's worth more than a playable character. So yeah, it's a fucking joke. Skins shouldn't go over $4. Announcer voices shouldn't go over $3. The only skin I can be okay with it costing more than, like, costing as much as a playable character. $10 is too much regardless of the thing, but I'd be okay if a skin costs $7 if it's this skin. The Johnny Cage Jean-Claude Van Damme skin. Because this is a unique model, a completely new model, fresh model, unique skins for the said model, a unique voice actor, Jean-Claude Van Damme, who costed them a shit ton of money to actually hire, I assume, and yeah, unique voice styles, unique everything. So this is okay. This, if it costs 1,000 crystals, it's not reasonable, but still I can accept it. Like, at the very least, there's some sort of reasoning behind this. This skin, as cool as it is, no fucking way it's more than $5. No way. So yeah, with all of these nitpicks out of the way, I can nitpick for longer. Like, I can nitpick for much longer, but regardless, let's just go over gameplay. Alright guys, we finally got to gameplay stuff. And yeah, let's just start off right off the bat. No shitting around. Kung Lao. This is the major first issue this game has, and that is an extreme lack of cameo diversity. And by that I mean Kung Lao is the only cameo in this fucking game. This is the meaning in simple terms. So yeah, meet Johnny Cage. Extremely overpowered character, the best character in this game. The reason for that is Kung Lao in fact. And why is that? Because this character has obnoxious overpowered frame data. Everything is way too plus, and he has a 9 frame mid attack, which means it will jail out of every single thing he does. He does this jails. You can't punch me, you can't poke me out of it, you can't do anything. You're forced to block or bet with an armor. And then I can just keep you stun locked forever with Kung Lao, by the way. Like, just bastos for days and you're stun locked forever. Yeah, extremely overpowered. And yeah, Johnny is safe on everything. He's pretty much plus on everything almost, and he's plus on everything that is not plus on. What the fuck am I saying? Johnny is plus on everything and he's safe on everything that is not plus on. Sorry. Yeah, what's the issue with this? Johnny, of course, is a pure rushdown character. He doesn't have any projectiles of any kind. He can only just get in your face, like with block dashing, with his shadow dashes, with his armored shadow kick, which is very fast on startup, and he's also armored and travels a large distance. But we get to the issue now. What's the issue? This guy normally would be balanced in some way by the fact that he has no tools to play the keep away game. He can struggle to get in, zoners can just zone him out and he's gonna be fucked. What's the issue? The issue is Kung Lao exists. Because the cameo system is a thing in this game, you can just negate the only weakness this character has, that is just dealing with keep away. Now there is no keep away. You just do this, shadow kick, and you're in their face. And then you have to deal with Johnny's bullshit. And because Kung Lao's cooldown is so good, I can just wait. I can just keep you stun locked until Kung Lao is back. And the reason why this will always work almost is because the opponent is scared to press buttons against this character. Johnny has the fastest poke in the game, which is 6 frames. Everybody else has a 7 frame poke. So I can punch them out of their own poke. Like, if they try and poke when we are neutral, like it's 0 on block, it's nobody's turn, my poke will beat their poke because it's faster for no reason. And he also has a counter, which means if you try to push any button whatsoever on reversal, like you try to do this on reversal, like you block something and then just YOLO this shit out. I do this and then I punch you in the face for full combo for free. Because this activates frame 1, this counter. Frame 1. Instantaneous. And then I can get a full combo punish in many scenarios. And if spacing is on my side, I can even get a standing 4. And if I have hype charge and I get a standing 4, may God have mercy on your soul. God fucking shit. So as you can see, you're gonna be scared shitless to actually press anything against this character. And because of Kung Lao's existence and the fact that you can just get in for free after anything, this guy is beyond overpowered and the best character in the game. So yeah, this is number 1. Kung Lao does everything with 1 move. This is also the best setup tool in the game because it hits low for no reason. And because it hits low and you can charge it and just release it when you want to, you get instantaneous overhead lows, which are pretty much completely unblockable setups. Like Sindel is running rampant right now because of this. Like in high level, Sindel is unstoppable because of this. She is stoppable, but the air setups are fucking nasty because of Kung Lao. Yeah, there are other characters who can do this as well. Universally, you can just pair this up with the jumping attack. And when timed like this, it's pretty much an instantaneous overhead low. And that will always hit you. Always. So, yeah, it's completely unblockable basically. So you can also set this up at the end of combos or something. Like, let me just put him on auto. I do whatever combo and I set this up. And I have an overhead low right now. And then I'm still plus. So, yeah, extremely broken cameo. The Buster does everything. It does everything. It should get nerfed by 100%. 100% should get nerfed. So, yeah, busted cameo regardless. I'm not gonna go into too much detail because I don't want this to get too long. How long it is already? Almost 5 minutes. I'm gonna need to pick up the pace. Sorry, guys. Almost 5 minutes of me talking about gameplay. Yeah, it does everything. The Buster is a setup tool, it's a block string tool, it's plus, it's very good to just negate all neutral play. It's just extremely broken, and this girl has viability in combos and in neutral. So it does everything, it's the best cameo in the game, and it's not even remotely close. And because he has no competition, he is the only cameo you ever see in this game. So not only is Johnny Cage unstoppable, this cameo is so fucking boring to fight against now, because you don't see anybody else. This is the only cameo you see. So yeah, this game is extremely repetitive at this point because everybody does the same with this broken beyond belief cameo. So that's number one, cameo diversity is not a thing. Number two, pokes are OP as shit. Pokes are extremely annoying in this game because pokes will low profile everything, even if frame data is against them. This is 7 frames of startup, as you can see. This is also 7 frames of startup. So is Johnny's standing square, just like Havoc's. So what's the thing here? I'm just gonna look for a string that is like a 0, 0, 0, no, that's plus 3. That's 0, there we go, that's 0. So if that is 7 frames, and that is 7 frames, and Johnny is standing one, this button, also 7 frames, you would expect me to clash with them, right? No, I don't. Because pokes actually begin a crouching animation pretty much frame 1. So they will just beat options that are supposed to clash with them or beat them straight up. So I beat them for this, for no reason. I just low profile this. And the same goes for like moves that are slower. This is the issue. Like pokes that are slower, 10 frames, 4 frames, 9 frames, sorry, 9 frames. So you can see, I can still beat him, even though frame data is on his side, which that is the issue. Pokes in this game actually register the crouch. Like the crouch registers extremely fast in this game. Which makes it so you can mash the shit out of pokes. Like you can just spam the shit out of this. And because some pokes in this game, just like Havoc's, this is where the issue comes in. Some pokes just have a lot of range. Like this down 4, which is absolutely amazing. Like this Havoc down 4, reaches the look at this range. Like what's up with just spamming the shit out of this? Like everybody does this with Havoc, even high level players, because nobody can punish me from this range. Nothing. Only pokes. And because pokes are special cancelable, you can also cancel them into something like, I don't know, Kung Lao. So yeah, because some pokes have insane range in this game, you can't do anything about it, man. Yeah, it's like minus 12, but the crouching animations begins instantly. So you need a mid. You need a 12 frame mid that covers this distance to punish me. Nothing does that. Nothing. And the same thing, the same situation is this with other characters. So you just can't get close to them. You can't. Because they will just poke mash you every single time. Because it's not possible to actually get in this. Because this poke, look at the distance I have from him. The only poke, I don't even think there are enough mids in this game that are fast if you're not Johnny. Like, Johnny's mid is the only thing that's fast enough to actually get me here. Like, and even Johnny's mid, it doesn't reach. Like, it doesn't reach. It doesn't have enough range. What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, so poke mashing is an issue, man. Like, because the crouching animations begins instantly, you need a fast mid to actually make use of your plus frames. This is where the biggest issue comes in. Even as Johnny Cage, like in a scenario, say like this, I suppose, where I'm +2, I can't go for an attack. Like, I can't go for my highs, for my 7 frame highs, because a poke will beat them. The crouching animation begins instantly. So some characters really suffer from that. For example, General Shao. His back two where like runs at you with his axe and swings you upwards and launches you for full combos is like +2 on block. Problem is the character has 0 mids, so you can just poke him out of it after it. The only way you can actually do something after this plus phase is poke. So pokes are just way too good, man. And there's another issue with pokes that I'm just gonna cover now, and that is where this becomes completely broken. The pokes will just become up until now we would think I mean it's not broken, man. Yeah, like you could say it's good, it's not broken. The reason why it's broken is now. They just switch characters real quick to show you why pokes are busted. Yeah, the reason why pokes are busted is because even on block, on hit and on block, they are cancelable into special moves. What's the issue with that? Issue with that is chip damage in this game is extremely high. This wasn't true, but still, just Point is, chief damage is high. Yeah, that's just the point I wanted to make here. And another thing is, as we've mentioned earlier, pokes will low profile shit frame 1 basically. So if your character against you doesn't have a fast enough mid, you can just YOLO out pokes even though they're like a +5. If they don't do a poke of their own, they will just lose. So yeah. So pokes can lead to this bullshit. Him blocking my poke, me violating the +5 basically, you could say that. Like if Reiko was like, let's say +5 now, and I just throw out a random poke and I just low profile a high attack he did, I regain my turn for no reason. So this is where poke mashing becomes completely broken. You just throw out a random poke when it's your opponent's turn and just cancel it into a special like this with Raiden. And then you get your turn back for free. And keep in mind, if they don't block my poke, like if they release block for some reason after the poke, or just don't block afterwards, they can get launched for full combos if the special is right. Like if I use this, now they get launched for full combos. So this is where pokes become extremely obnoxious. Like, characters like this, they just have moves they can throw out after a poke, and then you just, like, if you don't block them, you're kinda fucked. Reiko has a similar thing where it just throws his shurikens, but are just broken. Like, they have a lot of hit stun, so if you don't block them after this, like, he will just continue to spam you with pokes. Like, look at this down 4, phenomenal, pretty much like Havoc's range was, insane range. So, Reiko spam the shit out of this, because it's so good. This poke. They will just spam it, like hell. Because again, it lowers profiles everything, nothing can punish this. And then we'll just cancel it randomly sometimes into a projectile. And then they have to deal with the grabs. So you can regain your turn, or even worse, start a combo for mashing where you shouldn't mash. Pretty much, that's how it works. So I just explained this to them, man. They should make it so pokes, if you are pressing a poke, like you can't just crouch and then press the poke. To actually do a poke at 7 frames of startup, you need to press it immediately. Like, you need to press down and the button at the same time. So what they need to do is make the crouching animation actually begin after 7 frames, instead of beginning instantly. And then, poke mashing won't beat everything in this game. So yeah, poke mashing is extremely annoying, man. It's just very, very annoying. I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to mention that. So yeah, this is the point I wanted to make about poke mashing. So cameo diversity is not a thing. Poke mashing is busted. Let's talk about armor, which is just stupid. And for that I need to cut again and just switch to a character I'm pretty sure you know who I'm going to switch to. Let me just switch and I'll come right back. Yeah, just one thing I forgot to mention about poke mashing is, another reason why it's so overpowered is because, as I've said, it low profiles or anything, so you have to pretty much press shit instantly, and because this game's netcode is terrible, many times it will be delayed. So yeah, there's just another factor that makes it even more powerful. So poke mashing is extremely toxic, extremely good, way too good in this game, and very, very annoying. And next up we have to talk about armor, and I've got 2 pieces of shit right here for that. Yeah, armor is just as it sounds. Your attack is armored, you will eat up an enemy attack, still take the damage, but you will not be affected by it, and you can do an armor of your own. What's the issue here? I have Kung Lao because it's infamous for its overpowered armor. Armor is used as a reversal tool. You can just spam it at any moment when your opponent moves have any sort of strength. Smoke is a very good example, actually, because smoke has a lot of gaps. So let's just put it reversal and what is this? Shaolin Shimmy, that's one. This is the gap, I'm pretty sure, right here. This, yeah. So you can see it just hits the attack and goes through. So what if I just read it and block? For some reason this character is -7. So, which means he's not punishable. He can block. He can block after armor. Even if I do a poke, he can block. He's not punishable. And when that is giving, so he has a free get out of jail tool. Free get out of jail that is not punishable, which is extremely busted beyond belief. Second issue, with cameos this is a full combo starter. Even when it armors through something, like General Shao, when he doesn't armor through stuff with his armored wake up or his armored reversal, the knee, it will start combos. When he armors through something, it will not start combos. But this is a different story. This will always start combos and do pretty good damage. And I get my turn back for no goddamn reason. And Kung Lao only needs 1 or 2 hits to actually end your life. Kung Lao doesn't need much. Give him 1 hit and you're dead. This character does insane amounts of damage. So yeah, this armor is extremely stupid, and because this game also has extremely good meter gain, yeah, the meter gain is insane in this game. Like, you get a lot of bar very quickly. So armor is always available, and you can just spam the shit out of it. So yeah, Kung Lao, we all know how good it is right now. But I know what you're thinking, like, this is a Kung Lao issue, it's not a game issue, but it is a game issue for one main reason. The abusability of armor doesn't end with this guy. There are many other characters that have extremely abusable armor, because it's not every character in the roster, but many of them. Let's talk about Smoke for a second. What about his? His armor. Let me just put it reversal mode and where is that shit? Shadow Bomb. Enhanced Shadow Bomb, there we go. When he almost stole something, Kung Lao is not a good example, he doesn't really have much gaps. Let me just switch it to this. I can do something like this, I suppose. When he armors, you can see, it just stabs me in the face. What happens when he doesn't armor is the annoying part. With Kung Lao, like, you could see, I could make a read, like, he's gonna do an armor, I make a read and I block it. I can't punish him, but at the very least, I'm safe. Like, oh, and by the way, I don't... The Kung Lao doesn't have to be, like, not plus. Kung Lao can make it plus. By doing this. Just call go. Like, you call go. Now I'm plus. You could see it even jailed, they couldn't even do a reversal. So yeah, now I'm completely plus for spamming something in the middle of my opponent's block string. Just wanted to mention that. And yeah, extremely broken. Regardless, I just felt like it was important mentioning this. So yeah. Oh, goddammit. It switches to random attack every time I fucking fuck up. Where is this shit? Smoke bomb. There we go. So yeah, if he armor 2, he stabs me in the face. When he doesn't armor 2 and I make a read, he goes invisible in my face. Give me a more abusable armor. Now I have to make a guess if I up-block the air attack, because Smoke can do just an aerial attack after this. An air overhead. And if I block this, now he's plus. So I have to deal with him. Kung Lao can mash armor, of course, but... Kung Lao can mash armor after everything, but an air attack, if you block it, the enemy is plus now. So yeah, now I have to block an invisible Smoke, and Smoke has a lot of lows and overhead, so pretty much impossible. So this is the biggest example, pretty much, of free get out of jail card. You can spam this at any time and there's zero repercussions. There is no way to actually did this, like, you just can't do anything. Maybe you can anti-air it, maybe. It's not gonna be very easy because you can't see Smoke. Like, Smoke can actually just cancel this into a teleport, and then even anti-airing will work. Like, Smoke can do this on reversal. Let me just put the enemy Kung Lao on, like, doing this. Oh shit, just... Smoke can cancel this instantly into a teleport. So, the mind game is insane. You can't even deal with this shit, and it's so easy to abuse this. So easy, there is no reason to just not spam it every single time. Unless you have a string that is 2 hits or more that breaks armor, you just can't deal with it. You can't. It's so easy to abuse this, it's just permanently abusable. So yeah, this is character specific shit, but keep in mind, because the cameo system, there are ambush cameos like Goro, for example, someone like Crane who has a 2 hitting armor, someone like whatchamacallit, there are other characters with armors that like keep you blocking for a while. There is like you're stun locked, you're block stunned for a while. So characters like this, thanks to cameos, can just be completely safe after throwing out a random armor. So there are zero repercussions for actually doing an armor in this game. And because you can even combo after many of them with a cameo, armor is so much reward and zero risk, which is just so fucking stupid. And because of that, block pressure doesn't exist in this game. Not even when you're Johnny Cage. You can just spam armor and get out of jail. Like, I have a Kung Lao video I recorded, I spammed armor pretty much 10 times in a row. And I won a round like that. Which is just unbelievable. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. It's always easy to do. So this is the third biggest issue of this game, gameplay wise. Armor, stupid beyond belief. As these are the biggest issues of this game. I don't believe this game is very good, to be honest. I really don't. Like, from a fighting game standpoint, I don't believe it's that good. Of course, it has gorgeous graphics beyond belief. Like, the graphics, the maps, the character designs, the voice lines, everything is beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely amazing. Even the fucking face animations are realistic. But major problem is, you don't make a fighting game successful by beautiful graphics. You just don't. A fighting game becomes successful because it's fun to play. And this game right now is not fun to play. It's just not. The netcode is terrible. The meta is terrible. The game has a lot of gameplay issues that make this game extremely frustrating and very brain dead sometimes. Even in the highest level, it can be extremely brain dead because some of the tools the character have are so abusable and so overpowered. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. These are the biggest issues. I'm sorry if I was blabbering when covering the gameplay shit, just because I wanted to make sure I understand my point and why I really hate these three things. And yeah, I hate the cash grab attempts, man. I just hate it. I hate how they've made so many rookie mistakes with very simple gameplay design, with a simple aspect. Like, I'm not saying designing a game is easy. It's not easy. I know goddamn right it's not easy. It's a very tough task. Making a map this beautiful is tough, but making it so you can't abuse armor at any point of the game and just get a free get out of jail card for no fucking reason is something they can make. I'm expecting them to make it, man. This was not an issue, not even in Mortal Kombat X. Like, this was not an issue. And Mortal Kombat X is notorious for being completely broken. So yeah, this game just has a lot of issues that I really hope they're gonna fix, man. I really hope. The reason I mentioned so much time, I took so much time to talk about the gameplay stuff is, it's been 3 months almost since this game released, and these issues have been obvious for over 2 months now, I'm pretty sure. Like, these issues have been obvious very early in this game's life, and they haven't fixed it yet, man. They haven't. The way they have been nerfing and dealing with like patch notes is disgraceful. Instead of nerfing Johnny Cage's frame data to make him actually not completely broken, or instead of nerfing Kung Lao, what do? They give cooldown they double his cooldown when it was already instantaneous, so there is zero effect for nerfing his cooldown, and they remove 50 HP from Johnny as if it's gonna change anything. So yeah, patch notes have been disgraceful until now, and I really just hope they're gonna get their shit together, man. And the cash grab shit, I'm not gonna let it slide, man. I'm not buying anything out of this store until shit becomes reasonably priced. I don't care. I'm not paying $10 for a skin. I don't give a shit if it's a skin with my name on it saying the king of the world. I don't care. I don't care. Make a skin of me. I'm not buying it. With these prices, fuck off. I'm not buying it. Fuck off. Like, literally fuck off. It makes zero fucking sense. Prices are unreasonable beyond belief. They've made that scandal with the Halloween fatality costing $10, and then they just give us skins that cost $10. And I can't say something about this shit, man. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope NRS gets their shit together. I really do, because this game has so much potential, but they're digging it in early grade. I've been seeing less and less people online recently, man. Last season I've been finding more matches than I do now. I do feel like this game might be losing some of its players. I've been seeing even pros saying online like they don't find this game as fun as the prior titles. And I understand them, it really is. It doesn't feel like it right now, because the meta has been the same for pretty much 3 months. It's boring. We need a change. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope they fix all of these issues, man. I really do. I'll see you in the next one.